when you find yourself locked up inside a prison and you get yourself hurt or tatted up, any type of wound at all, there's different tactics and different things that inmates do when it comes time to bandaging yourself up. Alright? You know you're going to need something for that cut. You know you're going to need something for that stab wound. And you know you're going to need something for that tat. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about it and letting you know what it is that inmates used when they found themselves with these open wounds. So let's get into it. Same time of the week, let it be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell them my face, don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nothing, break bread with dogs. Putting on for east side, David, this K-fraud, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get, there's a price on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care what you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip, getting tatted with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Fraud TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If it's your first time tuning in, my name K-Frog. And like I do in all my videos, I like to break it down, answer people's comments, and let y'all know what it's like inside a prison and things that you might come across if you find yourself doing a bid and find yourself locked up and stuck in the system. For this one here, I'm going to be answering a couple more people's comments, and I'm going to let y'all know my input on it. People want to know what you do when you find yourself with an open wound. You know, how do you heal it? Is there ointment or anything that you might rub on there, you know, to make it heal faster? The whole nine. So I'm going to break it down and let you know. Now, of course, when I found myself locked up, I wasn't, you know, out of line of, you know, trouble that much. I found myself getting into things here and there. So I know some things and I've seen some things. Now, like I said, prison's a dangerous place. You find yourself locked up, you better be ready, because if somebody brings that knife into your life and they try to cut you, then, you know, ain't nothing you could do about it but, you know, either take it or die. Alright, now, when you're locked up, of course, you can get certain things from medical. Everybody knows that. If you get stabbed and it's a life-threatening wound and you feel like you can't treat it, take care of it, your ass gonna have to check in and go to medical, and they're gonna patch you up the best and most healthiest way possible, but they're gonna get you from around that institution, you know. So a lot of times, you know, you might not want to go to medical over something so simple, or something that you feel like is simple, or not know that's life-threatening, so you want to know how to doctor it up yourself. Well, one of the main things that inmates get inside a prison that they use when it comes to, you know, trying to heal a cut is antibacterial soap. All right, it's like a red soap. You might find yourself in a different place where it's a different color or whatnot, but for the most part, it's usually like red. And the antibacterial soap is one of the best ways to clean an open wound. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I'm not talking about no big ass hole like this or anything. You know, maybe to clean around it or whatever. Maybe pack it with some, you know, some napkins, or try to get some gauze from somebody that has gauze from medical. You know, do something like that. But the one thing I will let you know is, anything that you seek, you can most likely find. There's people on the compound that have things for sale. You know, like if you're someone that had contacts on the streets and you can barely see now because you're in prison, you need contacts. There will be an inmate in there that is selling contacts. Okay, well, damn, I need contact solution. There will be somebody in there that is selling contact solution that either was, you know, prescribed it by the nurse or got it somehow just to make some money. Same thing with ointments, and same thing with medicines, same thing with anything you could possibly think of. There is somebody on the pound that probably has that. All right. Now, another thing that inmates like think works miracles that they use on anything possible, and that's because they give it to you in prison for damn near anything you fill out a sick call for is hydrocortisone. You know, it's like an ointment, you know, that if you get pimples, they gonna say, here's hydrocortisone. If your ass gets hives or breaks out with scabies or, you know, anything, you go to the damn medical, hydrocortisone oil is what they're gonna try to give you. You feel me? And that's something that people put on damn near everything inside of prison. All right, and that's as far as like cuts, you know, and stuff like that. You know, the soap and the hydrocortisone is like the main thing. Now, I've told this in prior stories of people getting in the fights and trying to hide shit from the guards and everything, that when they actually get split open, sometimes inmates will actually use toothpaste. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger,
You know, and I found myself in the juvenile program and the detention center and stuff like that. Anytime I got a pimple on my head, you know, I would grab toothpaste and I would put it over the, you know, the pimple. And it, like, I don't know, from the freshness of the mint flavor or the mint scent or whatever it was, wake up the next day, the toothpaste is all like hard and dry. But when you peel it, next thing you know, the damn pimples goes away. So I feel like people using that inside of prison must have had the same thought that I had when I was younger. Because that's what people were doing when they were younger inside of the program and in the detention center. You feel me? So in prison and in the county jail, people were literally put toothpaste on top of scratches and cuts and stuff like that, thinking that that's gonna help them, you know, heal it. Does it really work? Don't know. Everybody's, you know, skin's different. Everybody's reaction to certain things are different. You know, so something that works for this guy might not work for you. And something that works for you might not work for that person. You see, but at the end of the day, this is something that inmates use when it comes down to, you know, trying to cover up a cut without going to medical. You know, you got a cut across your face and you show up to medical thinking that you could get something. Oh, I need something for this cut right here. Or just coming in contact, looking at the guards, letting them see any type of cut. They could possibly grab you and put you in confinement and hold you under investigation. You see, and then you'd be like, damn, dog. And sometimes people get placed in confinement and get put under investigation because they got a nick or two on them. And it might not even really be from a, you know, serious situation. They could have literally just hurt themselves doing something. They could be working in the chow hall, accidentally cut themselves, you know, or whatever it is. And then they find themselves sitting there pending investigation for up to 45 days on the house. So nobody wants to take that risk because it's like, damn, whether you're the one that gets caught cutting someone or you're the one that gets cut, your ass still going back there. You feel me? You're still getting put under investigation. Whether you're the one that they think stabbed somebody or cut someone, or you're the one that got cut across the face or wherever, they're gonna put you in confinement because your life is in danger being on the pound. So these are the couple things that a couple people like to put on top of their cuts, thinking that it works. Now, as far as tattoos go, you know, on the streets, of course, when you get tatted, you know, your tattoo artist is going to tell you all types of different things. They're going to tell you all types of different, like, solutions to rub on it to keep your tattoos, you know, moist, but not too much. You don't want to suffocate it or anything like that. And I'm going to be real. Inside of prison, a lot of inmates just straight up wash it with just water and soap, you know. You look on Google to tell you 101 different things, all right? That's why I say everybody's body's different. You know, you might use just soap and water and it might draw the ink out. Or you might just use soap and water and it might heal perfectly fine. But you got to sit back and look at how many people's tattoos are fire when they come out of the chain gang. How many people's tattoos come out shitty. You see, so it's kind of like it's a hit or miss. It's all on what you're going to do in order to keep your tattoo looking good. I've seen people that would literally rub different creams like hydrocortisone and stuff like that on their, you know, on their thing. I've even seen people put hair grease just to keep it moist. You know, they put a little thin layer on there because you can get it infected just from suffocating it. You know what I'm saying? Just from putting too much on there. Too much ointment can make it to where you get an infection because you're not allowing it to breathe. You see what I'm saying? But what always, you know, set with me, and I actually, you know, found out after receiving my first few tattoos in prison, and I actually used it and made sure I had it my entire bid, is, believe it or not, every time I got tatted, the main thing that came in handy was hemorrhoids cream. Hemorrhoids cream is like the main thing and best for tattoos. And on every compound, there's going to be an old man or two that has hemorrhoids, that has hemorrhoid cream, whether they're taking the medicine that sews them up or whether they're using the cream to, you know, stop whatever's going on. But at the end of the day, people that know about it know the hemorrhoids cream is the best thing to use inside a prison when it comes to making your tattoos come out looking clean. Ain't got to worry about it getting infected. That's the closest thing that you're going to find to the real ointment you use on the streets. You see what I'm saying? And then, of course, you'll put a lotion and stuff like that. The ointment is just for the healing process. You see what I'm saying? Once the tattoo heals, which means that the cuts are no longer open, that you'll know the difference from the once you're on the next stage of the tattoo. And then of course you'll put lotion. You could do soap and water to get all the dryness of the flaky, you know, peeling pieces off and stuff like that. You never want to scratch it, but you know, you just lightly, you know, rub it with your soap and water, and that'll clean it up. And then you use lotion. But I've seen people put lotion on too soon, you know, like soon as they got the tat, next day they're lotioning the hell out of it, and then next thing you know, it gets infected and they get MRSA, big old boils, and then the whole dorm gets shook down because he's got caught with a brand new tattoo. Now they know somebody in here has a tattoo machine, and then they come and they shake it down, flip everything, take people, put them in confinement, get rid of the tattoo man. They start finding drawings, people's portfolio inside of their lockers. Next thing you know, they get put on investigation. There's probably like 6 people in the dorm that have, you know, pictures, whether they drew it or whether these are the pieces they want to get tatted. There's probably 6-7 people in the dorm that have that in their locker. So they're gonna round all them up because they don't know which one the tattoo man was that gave this dude a tattoo that got infected. All because dumbass wanted to put lotion on it as soon as he got the tattoo. You see what I'm saying? These are things that inmates think you're supposed to do who don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you, you gotta wait a couple days. You gotta wait. Everybody's healing process is different, you understand? So if you got tatted before, you know what it is. You know when the best time is to put ointment and when's the best time to put moisturizer, like a lotion, a Lubriderm, you feel me? But of course in prison we don't have Lubriderm, so we have, you know, different types of lotion that you could put on there. You see, this is the stuff that if you found yourself locked up and needed to find a way to heal a tattoo, because everybody knows being, you know, clean and sterilizing and having sterile tools and everything is the #1 goal when you find yourself locked up. So of course you don't want to be somebody that paid attention and had everything in order to where it was a sterile process getting your tattoo, but now after you got the tattoo you don't want it to be sterile. You see what I'm saying? Now that you're done getting the tattoo, you don't give a damn how sanitary it is, and then you get infected. You feel me? So a lot of people don't really know how to take care of their tattoos if they find themselves in a place where you don't have what you can go buy from the store. So some people who want to get tatted inside of prison actually won't, and it's because them in their mind are thinking a couple steps ahead and don't know how they would heal this or how they would keep this moist or how they would take care of it. When all reality, there is ways, as long as you get your hands on these couple things right here. And it's not like nobody knows about it. These are things that if you went to prison and people were getting tatted, people were, you know, getting that ink on them, there will be people in the dorm that know ways to keep their shit ointment up, you know, and what they put on open wounds. You see? And then obviously you'll be like, oh, that's what it is? Okay, all right, but that's what, now you know that's what they use that for. And I'm pretty sure, since I ain't been in there in a while, I'm pretty sure there's multiple things now inside of prison that you can use to cover tats, that you can use if you get stabbed or cut, you know, for open wounds. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they have so many different things newer nowadays that you can use to bandage yourself up if you need to. You see what I'm saying? And course, you know, when you get a tattoo on the streets at a tattoo parlor or something, what do they tell you? You know, they tell you don't suffocate it. Let it breathe. You feel me? And then the thing that sucks the most about a tattoo is when you got it rubbing. Like if you got it like on your stomach or your chest and your shirt's rubbing on it, or on your leg or something and your shorts are rubbing on it. You know, that right there sucks. You feel me? Like if you've had tats there before, then you know that process sucks. So you think, damn, well in prison, it's hot. There's no AC, no air conditioning inside a prison in the dorms. You feel me? Unless you're at a permanent private camp, which there's like less than 10 of them in Florida. But other than that, only the visitation place and medical and the school building and stuff like that have AC. But as far as in the dorm, you don't. So you're going to have to learn how to heal your tattoos while it being hot. You sweating. It rubbing on your stomach, wherever your tattoos are. Your shirt's gonna be wet from you sweating because of how hot it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to deal with that. So you learning how to deal with that makes it to where by the time you get tatted on the streets, it's like every tat's gonna come out good because you're gonna learn the exact way to do it for your body. You see what I'm saying? And it was a great question that the people asked, wanting to know what you do if you have an open wound, because I don't think a lot of people actually know. I feel like a lot more people sit back and don't get into problems with somebody because they gotta worry if they get stabbed, how would they treat themselves, or don't get tatted, like I said, because how are they gonna treat the tattoo and protect the tattoo and make sure the tattoo's straight and heals proper. I feel like more people think like that rather than know what it is that inmates truly use. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you could find anything you're looking for inside a prison. So now they probably have real solutions, real ointments, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was locked up, those were the things we used that was given to us by the state. You know, these were state issued things that individuals had, you know, but we also got our hands on anything. Like I had 8 different colors of real skin candy tattoo ink when I was locked up. And I used to charge people just for a couple drops of it. It was making a killing off of these bottles of real tattoo ink. You know, had real street liquor bottles, real street, you know, cigars, lighters, different things that go a very long way while locked up. You see what I'm saying? So if you really, really needed to, it wouldn't be that hard to get real ointment to rub on your fresh tattoos, or real solution to keep your tattoos moist. You know, even if you needed real shit for the stab wounds and the cut wounds, if you needed iodine, or if you needed peroxide, or if you needed gauze or royal bandages, anything that you would need to doctor yourself up. Even if you needed stuff to stitch yourself and have someone stitch you and you couldn't get your hands on it from medical, there's always a way to get shit in. You see what I'm saying? And there's always somebody out there that's willing to bring it in. And there's always somebody out there that's willing to make some money to get it in there for you. So there's always different, you know, it's like a set of stairs. You get what I'm saying? When there's something you need, you know, you start at the bottom step. Depending on how hard it is to get it, depends on how many steps it is, you see? So if it's not that hard, it might be 1 or 2 steps. If it's a little harder, 3 or 4. If it's real hard, it might be a whole 10 steps. And you know you got to do this to get that, to that, to that, for him to do this, to get him to talk to that. Boom, boom, boom. Before you know it, you got what you were looking for. You see? So nowadays, I'm pretty sure it's way easier to get anything you want. Okay, there was inmates in there doing steroids when I was in there, getting whole syringes and cycles in there. You know, they get that. You can get whatever you need to bandage yourself up. But I just wanted to come on here, answer the 2 comments, and let y'all know what we used while I was in there. We didn't go that extra route, because the one thing I will let y'all know is, even though you can get it if you go that extra route, nobody really wants to risk getting a route knocked off, or getting a route caught, or getting the dorm hot or anything over something petty. You feel me? If it's phones or dope or real money or drugs, then that's one thing. You feel me? But it's something as far as like something to be able to rub on your skin and stuff for a tattoo or for a cut, people don't really want to take that risk, because if you get knocked off bringing that in, it might knock off a route that was making a bunch of people money, and it might bring the attention to the dorm, like to the guards. Let's just do a shakedown. If they got that, they got other things. And then now you got multiple people getting caught with phones, knives, drugs, whatever contraband they have. You see, so not a lot of people want to take that step or pay what they got to pay to get it. I was on some bullshit when I wanted things from the streets. Whatever it was I wanted, if I put it in my mind, this is what I want, this is what we're gonna do. Like, I didn't even smoke, you know, like weed or tunchi, which is that K2 shit. I didn't even smoke that while I was locked up. But I made sure I wanted to get real Dutches in there, real blunts, just so my dogs could smoke. Grape Dutches, you see what I'm saying? Because I wanted to show that I could get this shit in here. And this is me not being able to step foot outside the gate one time. Never once did I step outside the gate or work outside the gate my entire bid. You feel me? So that just shows I wasn't the one boofing it to get it in. Or it just shows that I had pull from inside the compound. You feel me? I was able to orchestrate and have things going. You feel me? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Y'all drop in the comment section, let me know. I know things are different in different places around the world. Every place that y'all have done been is not going to be like mine, or mine ain't going to be like yours. You know, you might not find the hemorrhoids cream or the antibacterial soap that I talked about where you're locked up, but hey, you could get it in there. It is something you can do with if you needed to. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, a little thing goes a long way. This right here is just some information and just some answers to the people that asked. Y'all let me know if anything was different where y'all were. If you've heard anything different of what people use for wounds when they're locked up or for tattoos, drop it in the comment section. I'm pretty sure everybody would like to know as well as I would. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.